Have you ever wondered what makes someone magnetic? It's not about their looks or the lines they use, it's an energy. And what if I told you that energy is forged in the one place you have total control, your own imagination? Okay, let's dive into this, because today we're exploring how your imagination is secretly shaping your reality and how you can finally learn to wield its incredible power. It really all starts with this idea. And look, this isn't just some nice poetic line, it's a fundamental principle. Think about it. Every great love story, every world-changing invention, every single human connection, it began first as a thought, right? A private movie playing inside someone's mind. Your mind. But here's the catch. That same powerful force can lead you down two very, very different paths. An undisciplined, chaotic imagination, that's going to create a life of misery, fear, and repulsion. But a disciplined one, well, that's where you find composure, connection, true magnetism. So the most crucial piece of this whole puzzle is this. Your subconscious mind literally cannot tell the difference between a vividly imagined event and a real one. If you're constantly rehearsing failure and rejection in your head, your body is living that reality. But if you rehearse success, if you rehearse confidence, your body learns that reality too. This isn't magic, people. It's just neurology. So that brings us to our first big idea here. We have got to stop thinking of imagination as just, fluffy fantasy. It's a powerful tool. It's a double-edged sword that is actively building the world you experience every single day. And this right here gives us the secret ingredient. You see, just picturing something isn't enough. That's just daydreaming. To truly convince your subconscious, you have to feel it. The emotion is the fuel. It's what turns a simple mental image into a whole new identity. So how do we actually do this, practically? Well, it's all about creating a daily ritual. We're not just crossing our fingers and hoping for a change. Nope. We are actively programming a new version of ourselves right into our subconscious mind. Okay, here's a 4-step process. Let's use an example. Just walking into a cafe. First, you visualize it. See yourself standing tall, totally relaxed. Second, you immerse yourself. Really get in there. Hear the sounds, smell the coffee. Third, and this is the most important part, you feel it. Feel that calm confidence right there in your body. And fourth, you repeat this every day. You are literally rehearsing a new identity until it becomes your default setting. But let's be super clear about the purpose here. This isn't about becoming some kind of performer who's looking for applause. This is about becoming aligned with your most powerful self. You see, people aren't drawn to perfection. They're drawn to inner peace, to wholeness. That is the real source of attraction. Now, I have to warn you, the moment you start this work, you will face a challenge. Every transformation provokes resistance. So this next part is all about that inevitable inner battle that kicks off the second you decide to change. And, it will fight back. For sure. Just when you're starting to feel like you're making progress, bam, a wave of doubt, fear, or anxiety is going to hit you. And honestly, this is the single biggest reason most people quit. They mistake this resistance for a sign that they're failing. Does this little voice sound familiar? Yeah, that's the sound of your old identity, the one that's been built on years of insecurity, and it is trying desperately to stay in control. It's going to whisper every single doubt you've ever had, telling you that you're a fraud. But you have to understand, this isn't coming from a place of malice. It's just fear. Your old identity is absolutely terrified of being erased. It's fighting for its own survival. So your job isn't to fight back with anger, but to just endure it with calm and keep reinforcing the new you. This resistance, it often shows up as one particular emotion. So let's ask a really crucial question. What exactly is anxiety in this context? Okay, get ready for a huge shift in perspective. Anxiety isn't a stop sign. It's proof that you're moving forward. It's like the guardian that shows up right when you were about to step beyond your old limits. It means you are on the right track. So when you feel it, don't retreat. Acknowledge it, and then walk right through it. So once you learn to walk through that doorway of anxiety, you enter a whole new stage of mastery. This is about moving from simply overcoming resistance to actively controlling your emotional state. I absolutely love this metaphor. For most people, emotions are in charge. A single comment, a text message, a strange look, and it can send them spiraling. This reactivity, this lack of control, is deeply anti-seductive. It just signals neediness and instability. The key is to develop emotional neutrality. And no, that isn't apathy. It's awareness. The technique is beautifully simple. When you feel a strong emotion rising up, you pause. You just feel it in your body without judging it. You name it silently. Anger, insecurity. Then you ask a deeper question. What old belief is this feeling trying to protect? This practice detaches you from the reaction. You can totally see the difference this makes in practice. Just look at the reactive person versus the magnetic one. In the face of criticism or provocation, or the need for validation, the magnetic person doesn't get dragged away by those wild horses. They pause, they observe, they remain self-possessed. Their power comes from what they don't do. And this has a fascinating effect on other people. When someone expects a reaction from you and gets calm instead, it unnerves them. It forces them to look at their own emotional state. Your self-possession becomes a mirror, and that is deeply fascinating and attractive. Which brings us to the ultimate goal of all this inner work, developing a state of magnetic calm. This is the signature of a truly powerful subconscious mind. This all operates under a simple, powerful principle we can call the mirror law. The people and circumstances you attract into your life will always reflect your deepest beliefs about yourself. So if you believe you are worthy of respect and connection, your subconscious will emit that frequency and you'll attract people who match it. So what does this magnetic calm really look like? Well, it's not weakness or passivity. Not at all. It's controlled power. It's the ability to be dominant without being aggressive. It signals to everyone around you that you're emotionally intelligent and trustworthy. It's an energy that naturally draws people towards you without you ever having to chase. But with this power comes a critical warning. This newfound influence doesn't create a new you. It simply makes you more of who you already are. If you're insecure, this power will amplify that. But if you have done the work to become whole and at peace, it will amplify that peace. And that leaves us with the final and most important question. As you develop this magnetic subconscious, as your power to influence yourself and others grows, you have a choice to make. So who will you choose to be?